We live?
Yeah, we live right here. We live here. Yeah, y'all got it.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis Camp of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like it to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and they are as follows. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, the tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, the tribe of Zebulon, the so-called Guatemalans and Panamanians, the tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, the tribe of Gad, the so-called North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Naphtali, the so-called Argentinians to Chileans, the tribe of Asher, the so-called Columbus and Uruguayans, and the tribe of Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
This is Psalms 10. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou hide thyself in the times of trouble?
So he says, why standest thou afar off? Because right now, it seems like the Lord is far away. But as the prophets know right now, we see the tokens in the heavens, you know, the chariots. These prophecies coming to pass. You know, these nations starting to rise against nations. Okay, people against the people. Okay, but we're asking why we're standing far off because we're ready to get out of here. Okay,
that's right.
Get out of here. You know, we ready to get ready for this salvation. Get out of this wicked place called Babylon the Great, aka America. All right.
The wicked is in pride, do persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
And that wicked is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, according to Malachi 1 and 4. All right, and it's pride, and that's, you know, one of the things that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hates, pride. As the scriptures say, you know, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before the fall. All right, and he says they doth persecute the poor. Who's the poor? The Israelites, specifically the elect. Okay, of the 12 tribes. Sure. All right, and it says let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the thing is, you know, while they trying to do their best to take us out off of this land, you know, we're asking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to take them out, and that's prophecy, you know, because they're going to go into slavery, okay, and then they do that 1,000 years, and once that 1,000 years is up, you know, they're going to be eradicated off the planet.
We going to that persecute, how do they persecute the poor? All right, with the different laws and things that they pass, that's how they persecute the poor, man. All right, they put so many things upon the book to what? To keep you poor. All right, they put so many things in blockage in Israel's way to make sure that you still are poor. All right, that's how they persecute you. What's going on? Hey, you see it every day. What does the police do? All right, they're out there persecuting Jake, man, killing Jake, man. All right, that's the ways of this place, man. That's the ways of Esau, man. All right, his laws they put out are for what? Him and his people only, man. They're not for you, man. So there's so many ways to persecute you. And not only for Israel, he persecutes his own people. Yep. All right. Because hey, when you think about it, what does he do? He destroys everything that he touches. Yep. He's the cancer of the earth, man. All right. Hey, he destroys the water, the trees, everything, man. Food. Our women, everything. Esau got his hand in everything against Israel, man. Yeah.
He not only destroys it, he basically uses it to his advantage. It's his blessing. He weaponizes everything, man. He weaponizes the food against you. He uses the food to bring forth his wickedness. All right, that homosexual spirit, man, is not just happened to be, man. That was actually created. He created that through his food, man. Me and the elder was talking yesterday. Elder Thompson talked about atrazine, man. Yep. That's something that he put into the water, man. Yep. That homosexual spirit, man, was actually created. Mm-hmm. You know, everything he does, man, he does it. He was his blessing was weaponization, man. He was given the sword, so he uses all of that to his advantage. That's the wickedness of him. God, you have something? God, go ahead.
Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 22. I'm gonna start at 22. It said, "Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those who spoil them."
Ooh, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Go ahead. We just see Esau use his weapon in Hawaii.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He wiped out the so-called poor people in Maui and left the rich people condos and stuff on the street. So he can turn that town into a smart town. Yeah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's already on the agenda to think next month. Yep. Yep. They're gonna be meeting on that AI in Hawaii. Smart city. Yep. Because they got them popping up everywhere, man. I forgot the one they got in the Middle East called the Wall or something. Yeah. Something like that. In Dubai, Dubai, yeah.
And look, you know what Esau has to do with it because the governor gets on TV the next day and says, we're trying to find laws right now to own the land.
Yeah.
All right, and then if you look at it also, all the billionaires and millionaire houses wasn't touched.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying.
No, I didn't speak for it. But another thing too, though, if you look at it, all of that land right there is worth billions of dollars. All right, those billionaires that actually that land that wasn't touched, they were trying to buy out those people. They were trying to buy out that land forever. So now that the land is destroyed, the property is cheaper. So what's going to be able to happen? They're going to be able to go in and buy the land and take it over, man.
Yeah,
while the
people are mourning their houses, they already got investors to buy them out. You know, because why? And a lot of people are going to sell. You know why? Because what else do they have?
That's right.
You know, if you didn't have some major housing insurance or whatever the case may be, then you know you pretty much screwed. And they got videos on TikTok where people in Hawaii was filming that it was actually what they call direct energy weapons, laser beams, being from a satellite. That was because none of the trees, the greenery wasn't touched, just the houses.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just to your point, the cars were melted from the top. They weren't touched from the bottom.
Bring it out.
Micah chapter 2, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It said, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses." And they covet fields and take them by violence. They said the death toll is set to rise to the thousands. They took those homes by violence. They asked the people to leave continuously over and over, and the people kept refusing. So what happened? They put their money in other sources. Hey, well, we would just burn them out. You know? Burn those people's houses up. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
Oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. There's a Hawaiian, this video of this lady from Hawaii. She since passed away. When you said that they oppress a man and his house and his heritage, she said you all came in and made us speak your language. You didn't make the Japanese speak your language. You made us speak your language, our language. And that's what they do. You know, we learn in Hebrew. Your language is your language is pure. You know, that's what makes our language is pure. That's right. That's what makes it culture, man. Their language, they get it to gas, man. The Native Americans, they took their language, man.
That's right.
You know, and they put them up in those boarding schools, man. Because they know that their language is your language is your culture, and they know that. That's why they sent all the Native Americans. Sent them to those boarding schools, man, because they wanted them to learn the ways of America.
Yep.
You know,
Because they want to be your heritage.
that's right. Yeah.
They don't want you to have a heritage.
Yeah.
They want to be the holy and rulership over the children of Israel.
That's right. That's right. Forget how you. Hey, I showed you that this movie I was watching. Ant-Man. Remember the guy that he brought the mooch on, and the guy was like, he said, you're in America. He said he made him burn the mooch on because he said, hey, we gonna learn our Chinese boxing. And he said, ain't no Chinese boxing. He said American boxing. And he made him burn his little dummy, man. You know, they show you all of that, man. In the movie out there, man, Esau's the fucking he's the devil, man. You know?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that even though they took our language, you know, you really don't know the power of Yahweh Shai, who you're dealing with. You're messing with his people.
Yeah.
We took your language and now we condemn you with it.
Oh, that goes with Wisdom of Solomon. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Hey, might as well get that. Hey, because that's setting it up for the end. You know, because not only are they getting cursed out for the wickedness that they've done, but also the deliverance that the Lord is going to bring and their destruction that's coming. So y'all got it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
And that's what you see that right now, though, man. All right, that's why we on the highways and byways, man. You see these electronic devices. You better believe Esau is watching, man.
Right.
They see it and they like, what can we do to stop them? I know that's in their mind. What can we do to stop these men, man? All right, because they're seeing the downfall through the men of the Lord teach these words. They're seeing the downfall of their kingdom, man.
Yeah.
They seeing it spiraling down the drain, man, and they can't stop it, man. All right, so the best thing they trying to do is to shut our mouth, which they're not going to be able to do, man.
Right, and then these devils like to bring everybody to court, bring up charges on people, lock them up, hit them with fines. When's the last time you heard anyone going to trial for what happened in slavery? Or for them stealing Gad's land, or Reuben's land, or stealing the islands, or South America, or North America, or any other places on this side of the world?
Yeah, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
That's it. That's it. Bring it out. You had more? You had more?
No, he has something. No,
Okay, bring it out, brother.
This is John. This is John 10, verse 10.
Beautiful.
The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Yeah.
That's God. Yeah, that's what he does. Steal, kill, and destroy.
Right.
You know, and when you get into the scriptures, all of them that talk about that, it's talking about Esau, Edom. That's right. Steal, kill, and destroy. You know, he stole people from their lands. You know, destroyed the one. He's trying to destroy all of Israel. Okay?
Oh,
he's
yeah.
He's not going to be able to do it. When the
Yeah.
scriptures say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not cast away his people.
That's right.
You know,
That's
he's
it.
not going to be able to do it.
Taking the plants of this world, destroying them, making GMO plants, all right, they have no nutritional value. All right, you're taking the air, you're polluting it with your chemtrails and everything else that you're pumping out here, man. All right, you're destroying our women, all right, with all these different philosophies and doctrines and different ways of life, man.
Yeah.
All right, to go against their men. All right, you have a whole rap sheet that you're gonna have to answer for, man.
Yeah, they bring it.
All right.
They're bringing out that foul lifestyle, trying to push it on everybody. Hey, but the scriptures say that the Lord has reserved 7,000 that have not bowed the knee to Baal. You know, so that all ties into it, because you got to remember that it's not just America that pushed that mold spirit on everybody. When you go back into them different kingdoms, they all had a portion of it. They all had something to do with it. You know, the Greeks, the Romans, mean the Babylonians, the Assyrians, they had that transmission agenda back then.
That's right.
You know, but the difference is today, America, Babylon the Great, is pushing that on the world.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said they sleep not. Okay, so they working around the clock with evil. Okay?
Yeah, because you got to see this agenda that they got going on. They didn't come up with it yesterday or last week or last month or last year. This is something that's been in the making. The one you could go back to May 1st, 1776. You know, that's been in the making since then, but it's been in the making even before that. So whenever you see an agenda out, it's been 20 years or more in the making. You know, it's just not something that happened overnight or by coincidence. This is something they've been planning for a long time.
Like with that, the CIA.
Yeah.
You know, you can go all the way back to the 60s, but I think his name was Jose Delgado, who
Yep.
worked for the CIA,
Yep, yep.
Where he implanted a chip of a cow into a cat. You
Yeah.
know, made that a bull.
They call it the
Made a
Delgado bull.
Stopped charging the matador like right when he got to him.
Yep.
Stopped him and he turned around and went the other way. It made a cat mad and then made him docile.
Yeah.
Just by clicking the button. And
Yep.
that's back in the 60s.
It's called the Delgado bull.
Delgado.
Yeah. So pretty much, you know, they know how to tap into the brain. That's why they want to put micro C hips in people. They want to put them in their brain because they know how to manipulate people. They know certain signals, certain frequencies, you know, can alter your mood. You know, this is why the music went from a peaceful frequency into that demonic frequency they got now. You know?
Hey, they can take a microphone like a supersonic mic, and they can send a signal. I mean, send it out to you and record your voice, and then they can take your own voice and reverse the signal and beam it out to you and make it seem like you're speaking to yourself in your head. Yeah, they reverse the polarity of it, and then they beam it out to you and say what they want to say. But when it comes through the mic, it's coming through your voice. So you know, people, I was hearing voices in my head. You know, remember it was a string of deaths of people saying I was hearing voices in my head. You know, because they were testing that on.
That's why he said he's the prince of the power of the air. So they have control of the air. But you got it, brother.
They showed that in the movie Kingsman. When you go back into that movie Kingsman, they showed you how they deal with different frequencies.
Yep.
All right, and what happened when they hit that certain frequency? Everybody went crazy. They started killing each other, man.
And you also notice with the scientists did that effect with the water. How he played the music with the water.
Right.
So and the different water made different frequencies.
Images, yeah.
Yeah. And then the music that was good, it made good vibrations. It was the patterns in the water were good.
Yeah.
But then when they played that heavy metal rock and roll, the
Right.
pattern was jagged. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
When they say he sought out all things, he sought out all things, man.
Oh yeah. Hey, just like they said,
Intelligence search.
music calms the savage beast, but also music stir up the beast in people. You know?
And that brother hit a good point because you said back in the 60s and even before then, like in the 40s, they were doing scientists were doing sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
And they do certain things. This guy's always been doing diligent searches, man.
That's the spirit. I was just about to get that scripture.
That's beautiful.
Now you got
Everything that he does, man. Listen, man. He's careful to does it because why? Because he gets his information from the left hand side.
Yep.
Satan deals with this dude, man. So
Oh, yeah.
that's when he was created. That's why we're not saying any bad things about this dude is created for that. He gets those times. And everybody, you know, you got the society who say, oh, well, you guys are speaking out. No, this is a spiritual warfare, man.
That's right.
This man, hey, when you have good, you have evil.
That's right.
That's spiritual.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Hey, it said that they're the vessels fitted to destruction. So if they're fitted for destruction, that means they got to do something in order to be destroyed. So if they were already created to be destroyed, that means they were already created to do the wicked shit that they're doing to get destroyed.
And he's so wicked. He's so wicked. This dude will put the drugs in your neighborhood And be like, oh yeah, you're selling drugs. Well, who brought them over here? Who the hell flew the drugs over here to get you to sell the drugs, man? That's wickedness, man. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he keeps that beam. He tries to keep it off of him. But like I said, man, that's why he wants to shut the men of the Lord up. Because we go to the source, man. There's a source that makes our women, our people act the way they are, man. God, beautiful. We got one. Both of y'all.
This is Psalms chapter 37. In verse 12, it said, the wicked plotted against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth.
Yeah.
The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as to be of upright conversation.
Right, man. Because he knows our position, man. You know, and then us out here preaching, man, just solidifies it. You know, he's been trying to stop this thing for years, man. But now that he see the man of the Lord out here, he knows he see his day approaching. So he's got, and I like to always say, man, Esau is not just doing his agenda. The men of the Lord is forcing him to do it, man. Because he's not on schedule. That's right. The word going forth is forcing him. That's why he's doing so much. He's fucking everything up. His agenda is not organized, man. Satan is not organized. Satan is just pushing him to do, and that's why he's all over the place, man. He got other companies doing this shit. I just I found an article on Zotis or something like that. Mark Zuckerberg and his wife captured like they said like 1 million deer, white-tailed deer, and this dude is giving them the MRA back, the max, man. Elk, all of that. Because like I said, man, hey, man, the men of the Lord are gonna be protected. You know, whatever he does, man, the men of the Lord is gonna be protected from all that. You know, go ahead.
Back in Proverbs 4 and 18, 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
Yeah, so they eat the bread of wickedness, you know, and drink the wine of violence. That means that's all they do is consume wickedness and violence, okay? And then like the scriptures, not the scriptures, but like the saying goes, you are what you eat, you know, and that's all they are, wicked and violent, everywhere they go, everything they do. You know, and the scriptures tell us there's not one good, okay, no matter how nice they seem. You know, there's not one good. What's that scripture Elder Ash always talk about? Even the tender mercies of fools. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's in Proverbs.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, we Satan should have an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. When we go into that word devices, it means basically the intents and thoughts in the mind. That's right. All right, so we basically know how this devil works, and we know how he thinks. You know, we understand if something happens, he didn't just do it by accident, or it was just a happen chance. You know, he has a strategic plan. You know, just like how brothers were going into the things that he set out was planned from back in the 60s. Back in 1776, when Declaration of Independence was signed. You know. So we understand that we understand how this man works. All right, we're not ignorant of how this mentality is. Why? The scripture reveals it. The scriptures breaks down who this man is. Because the scripture says what? It says the word is sharper than two-edged sword, dividing even son of thunder, showing basically the true man. I'm roughly paraphrasing. So through the scriptures, we know how this man acts. We know what's his true intent. You know, and that's why the scripture says, "Never trust our enemy."
So everything he was doing, like I said, you look back and then he has you studying history, U.S. history. Man, all while he was having those wars going, there was still psyops. He would do that shit to throw people off. While his scientists while hard at work at doing other things, he would create other things. You had the Civil War, you had the Civil Rights Act. You know what I'm saying? And he studied doing other things. He said, well, this Civil Rights Act, we're gonna let the so-called Negro be the forefront of this. But all the time, it's gonna benefit all of these other agendas that we got going. And then by the time you figure it out, man, he's already 10 steps. He thinks he's 10 steps ahead. But you can't. You're not gonna pull the wool over y'all Shah's eyes, man. He said we're gonna lift that skirt, man. And that's what's being done now.
All right, this is Psalms 36 and 4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. Start at 51. Okay, this is Psalms 36, verse 1. The transgressions of the heart, that there is no fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai before his eyes.
It says the transgression of the wicked say within his heart. That means in his mind. You know, go to the word Rob. Okay, that there's no fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai before his eyes, and we know that fear to be reverence for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? He's not going to do it. As the scriptures say, you know, he casts the instruction behind him. You know, go ahead.
He flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful.
And that's what he's doing right now. You know, he thought this plan was going to work, but now everybody has figured out who did that stuff in Maui. Just, you know, an example today. Everybody has figured that out. You know, it makes no sense, and it's so quick with it. And then found out that the police chief that's over there in Maui was also the one in the Las Vegas shooting. Yeah. Okay.
Also the one in China, the big building blew up.
Yeah.
A few years back.
Same guy. And you know, we always talk about these crisis actors, you know, and you got plants, you know, and that's what they do. You got the same people doing the same thing, you know. Esau's playbook does not change. It's just now we're a lot smarter, and we get the information out a lot faster.
Hey, did you know in Maui, the mayor turned them down on turning on the sirens. Yeah. The sirens to alert the people. You know why? Because the people, those people have insurance on those properties, and and with the insurance policies they have, they can rebuild. So they wanted those people to die off. That's why the mayor refused to turn the sirens on. Yeah. Because they didn't want those people to live through that. Yeah. You know, because if somebody lives, then they have an insurance policy on their property, then they can rebuild.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said they oppress a man in his heritage.
Hey,
you know?
That's beautiful, man. Because when they was doing it, when they did that testing on the nuclear bomb in Bikini Island, they did the same thing. Like your brother just said, they program don't change. They set off that nuclear bomb, and then they told the people it was safe to go back home, and they sent them back over there, man. That island was permeated with radiation. They had the people fucked up over there, man.
Hey, well, they told the people that it was safe to take the jab.
Yeah, man.
It was safe to take the jab.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the documentary. Yeah, it was horrible, man. The people died, and the people was over there for like 20 years. Babies deformed out and fucked up, man. And you got the guys showing that it was okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. Go back over to your land. You got the Edomites out of Chernobyl when that shit happened. Yep.
Oh yeah. They ain't been back since.
They ain't been back since, man. They said it was that much radiation on their island, just as much as Chernobyl, and they sent them people back over there to live.
Yeah, because look, the fire that came down from heaven on Sodom and Gomorrah, it said that those plants and stuff, they don't grow anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that shows you that radiation will destroy you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you look up actually what brimstone is, brimstone goes back to sulfur. Sulfur is one of the biomechanical that they use in the atomic bomb.
So-called they found something, but they said that land, those rocks in that land, those rocks in that land can no longer, they can't even put it with none of the elements on the earth. All right, the sulfur is so high that the radiation is still in those rocks, man.
This is Psalms 33 and Psalms 36 and 3. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left out to be wise and to do good.
It says the words of his mouth are iniquity, nothing but sin. Okay, compounded sin and deceit. That's all he does. You know, like he did with Gad with plus 400 treaties. Okay, he did with the jab. You know, he deceived a lot of people. All right. Well, the scriptures say he's deceived the whole world, and he's a master at it. You know, I don't know how he does it, but he did it. Okay.
Oh, the scriptures tell you how he did it. You know, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. He deceived the whole world. He set up the Renaissance period to lie to everybody. He put his picture up as being holy, made you feel bad for thinking bad about him, even after all the wicked shit that he done. Oh man, the list goes on and on and on. Oh yeah.
We just did a lesson because they could have come out with the movie Snow White. And my son said we got backlash because I think the lady is playing Snow White is Columbia. Yeah, she was like, they on the comment board all mad and said, well, what happens like it if Ben Affleck plays Martin Luther King? Like, well, shit, you're talking real characters and fictitious characters.
Well, shit.
Fictitious characters can be whoever created the story, can be that. Exactly. But you was the key person in that, man.
You had the Edomites.
You change real people that live, man, to be evil.
That's right.
You know, it's not Superman only is a created character.
Right.
Yahweh Shah was a real person.
That's right.
Martin Luther King was a real person. So that would be bogus for you to do that.
Superman is based off Jake.
It's still based off Jake. All of
Right.
Yeah, all of the Bible characters, all of those are based off our Israelites, man. All of that. So you up here, that's the black calling the kettle black, man.
Yeah. Hey, they put up the picture of the Son of the Most High as being a so-called white person. They put up the picture of the Heavenly Father being a so-called white person. You know?
What's that movie? Y'all brought it out a while back. The movie, The Message. That was the only time you ever seen somebody play Howard Shine. There was Jake, man. The movie The Message. I think. Yeah, that was the only one. And that was old. It was old. No, the movie called The Message. Remember Apostle?
I'm trying
The
to.
Message and the dude that played Howard Shine.
You talking about the guy where at the end he was all bloody?
Yeah. Green Pasture. Okay, God.
Oh, that was Green Pasture, right?
Yeah, that was the only time. That was the only.
But that was a. They set it up as a comedy.
Oh, see.
The Green Pasture, they set that up. If we talking about the same movie, you know, Elder Pastor Tar said Superman is a Jake. That's right, because his name is Kal-El, which is all power.
Yeah.
You know, and his father's name was I believe was Jor-El.
Jor-El, yeah. Hey, Shalom, Elder Pastor Tahar.
Shalom. So y'all got it.
Okay, this is last one.
This is Psalms 36 and 4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He sitteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil.
Well, he says he's devising mischief upon his bed. You know, even while he's at rest. You know, just wickedness. All right. He set himself in a way that is not good and abhorreth not evil. Okay. Abhorreth means you're supposed to disdain or stay away from. He does instead. Everything he does is evil. Okay. That's all he plans to do.
But that's why.
See that now.
That's why they try to set up the so-called New World Order. That's their agenda. That's evil. It's beneficial for them, and it's detrimental for the rest of the world. You know, and that's what they want to do. That's their portion, and they were given a sword to accomplish that. And that's what they're doing. And then eventually, those that don't comply, they will die. You know, because it said that the devil has come down having great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. They shall be as madmen sparing none. So eventually they're gonna, get physical. You know, that's what they do pretty much in anything they do. If they're trying to get a plot of land or a country and you don't comply with them, they're gonna get it by violence eventually. You know, that's it. This Genesis 27. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's it.
Ain't no, his fucking democracy is the sin,
Right.
It is the sin,
Yeah. There's no democracy. Democracy, right? They even had a meme. If you don't come to democracy, democracy will come to you. And they show a plane dropping bombs.
Two-ball came.
Yeah, that's it. Traveling weapon. They are the mercenaries. Neither keepeth their home, but enlarges his desire as hell, and cannot be satisfied. What y'all got?
This is Psalm 64 and 5. It says they encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Why do they encourage themselves in the evil manner? Because they think the Most High is with them.
Yep.
Here it is, nothing's happened to them, so they think the Most High is with them. They think the Most High is one of them. because all of the wickedness that they've done, and they still haven't really got payback for it. So they really believe in that demonic heart of theirs, that the Most High is with them, that he's one of them. But he's not. He got you in a trick bag. So you don't understand that the Most High is the ultimate strategist. You know, and when he hits you, he gonna hit you where you ain't gonna be able to get back up from it. You know, he gonna throw little things here and there, but when he brings a boom on you, that's gonna, the one strike that the Lord's gonna make with those missiles and Yahushua with the angels and the chariots, that's gonna set you down forever. You ain't gonna be able to get back up from that. Ain't gonna be no flash knockdown. You know, you're gonna be permanently out. You know? Go ahead.
They commune of lying snares. Privily, they say, who shall see them?
Right, the snares are what? These traps that they're setting up. They're setting up a system to where economically it's set up to be a trap so that everybody can fall into it. But they're painting it as a good thing for everybody. You know, they're making it seem like, oh, if you don't get down with this, then you're a square. You know, this is the hip thing, this is the new thing. You know, this technology. This is why the phones keep changing. This is why you got to keep updating. This is why you can't take the battery out the phone anymore. This is why you can't even plug a headphones into your phone anymore. They want everything wireless. They want everything online, touchless. You know, right? So that's the trap. Because once that's in place, whoever don't comply, they're not going to be able to participate. You got it.
They search out iniquity.
Psalms 38:12. They also seek after my life. It says, they also that seek after my life, they snare for me.
Right.
It says, and they that seek my hurt speak with devious things, and imagine deceits all the day long.
Yeah, because what they're doing is deceitful. You know, Elder Pastor put the scripture up that I was thinking about, Psalms 50 and 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set thee in order before their eyes. And this is what they're seeing right now. They're seeing the Israelites being set in order before their eyes. And it's bringing fear upon them. Because they know that they're going to get the majority of the planet, because the majority of the planet is easier to get them, but they know that the elect they won't be able to get. You know? Yeah. The true world order. That's it. Was there more? That was it on that?
That was it, you know.
You have more on that?
I'm just going to bring out verse 6.
Go ahead.
Psalm 64:6. When they search out iniquities, they encompass a diligent search.
Right, because they don't leave any stone unturned. See, that's one thing about Esau. They search things out, and they don't leave any stone unturned. You know, and they have enough resources and money to where they can pay people to continuously look into these things. They're different think tanks. You know, they're constantly pushing forward and constantly looking into things. Okay, how does this react? Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we'll try it this way. That didn't work. We'll try it that way. That didn't work. We'll flip it upside down. That didn't work. Flip it back the other way. Flip it on its side. Do it this way. Do it that way. Add this to it. You know?
Like they have monkeys smoking crack in the UCLA basement.
Right.
But they even brought it out.
Yeah.
You know? So they already knew what that shit was going to do before they even pushed it out.
Look at that. Look at that.
You know?
And bro,
Yeah.
they got Starbucks got $100 cup of coffee, $300 cup of coffee,
Cat shit.
but it comes from a cat in Amazon.
Yeah.
It comes from his boot, man.
He eats a certain but that's wicked as fuck. Who wants to fucking deal with shit, man?
Yeah.
And a cat by itself, that species of cat species already is full of we were just talking about the bacteria and the parasites. Now who would actually? But he has different think tanks, man.
Esau does that.
Yeah.
They like that shit.
And the more expensive it is, the more people gonna fuck with it.
Hey,
Cat feces has a dangerous parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. You
Damn.
know?
And he don't come from Gandhi either.
Well, he was on.
Hey, these devils eat monkey brains. You know, they eat all kind of shit. They you know, when a woman has a child in the hospital, and they quickly take the placenta away.
Yeah.
Where you think that's going? They eat that shit.
Yeah.
They study that stuff.
Pepsi products, food products.
Yeah.
For people that's walking around drinking Pepsi and Coke, they drinking placenta.
Damn.
And all other various foods, you know?
Yeah, this devil. There's no boundaries to this devil.
Cannibal juice.
He has no limits.
Yeah, man.
It's like imitation vanilla. Imitation vanilla. They'll fuck around and get imitation vanilla, not pure vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
Imitation vanilla comes from a gland from a beaver's buttocks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And my question is, who was the guy who thought of that? And what made him think of that?
Well,
Who tested it?
hey, but hey, they have those think tanks. That's what the CIA. The CIA has a think tank in each branch. They have a propaganda think tank. They have anybody just to go study insects. They have a think tank to do all of that business, man.
Yeah.
So they want everybody. They want to answer your question. They actually told me, hey, look, we need imitation for every food that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
I was just doing because Pops got me on the bread thing. I had to find out why is bread so fucked up. It's because when they did research on the wheat germ. They did certain type of genetics to make it. They said they was doing it to increase the yields of the food. But really, they was doing it, man, to find a cheaper way, so they could, like the elder just said, to make a buck.
Yeah.
You know, and by you hindering and doing certain things, man, it harms. Because they said wheat is not even fucking edible, man.
Yeah, this wheat that they have, the GMO wheat, because wheat is in the scriptures.
Yes.
Anything that's in the scriptures is lawful.
That's right.
You know, they'll say melons and different things ain't healthy and all that, but why is it in the scriptures? And why did we eat it in the past? Why did we eat meat in the past? People didn't have problems like they have today. You know?
Yeah, this dude everything is messed up, man.
That greed, you know, he's pumping, you know, the animals with all kind of, you know, antibiotics to keep down the infections and all that stuff. Come on, man. That shit brings death.
Yeah. I'm going to say, too, back in the day, remember the packaging, like a milk carton used to say, sold by weight, not by volume? Yeah. That's no longer there.
Right.
Because they mass producing.
Right.
Yeah.
This devil does anything to make a buck.
Yeah, man.
That's it. Cutting corners. Unjust weight. The scant measure that is abominable. You know, because they'll give you little, but they'll still charge you either the same or higher prices.
And to show you that they're Romans today, because that's what Romans used to do with the gold. They used to mix the gold with the clay.
Right.
The copper and clay, you know, to unjust balance. You know? Just to show you that them people are the same ones back today.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that brought Rome down, because they had the value of the denarius, to where it was a big coin. It was let's say it was 100% silver. After a while, they kept mixing so many inferior metals to it that it came down to nothing. And it was a lot smaller, and it wasn't worth anything. It wasn't worth as much as it was in the past.
Another thing they do too, when they get ready to decrease that money, what was they doing? They would have different games to distract the people.
Oh yeah, bread and circuses.
And that's exactly what America does.
Yeah.
Right? They put some type of something in the news. It's distracting everybody. Propaganda in the news. It
Right.
distracts everybody. They don't know what's going on.
Right.
They pass all type of bills and laws in America. The so-called American dollar continues to constantly fall.
And they understand that through the economy, they can make people into debt slaves.
Yeah.
And debt slaves mean that people, when they have nothing else to pay with, they have to pay with themselves.
Right.
And then that way, you become their property.
Yeah.
You had a piece of, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 14, verse 6. It says, there is none worse than he that envious himself. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. And he that doeth good, he doeth unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. An envious man hath has a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despised men. A covetous man is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul.
Hey, the Elder Pastor put the scripture, 2 Corinthians 13:1. This is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. He's saying that's a think tank, which is true because they accomplish a diligent search and then they compare it and then they agree, okay, this is going to work. This is why you have, you know, your different sodas and your different, you know, so-called waters that are flavored with lemon and lime and watermelon and all that, but it's not that. It's nothing but chemicals that have the same taste or look as those different, you know, fruits and vegetables. And then what they do is they add natural flavors and different artificial sweeteners to make it taste good. So you thinking you drinking a black cherry seltzer water? Damn, this is delicious. There ain't nothing but hot chemicals in some seltzer water.
There's some wickedness.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's the spirit. That's one of the main reasons I stopped drinking Snapper. I'm drinking on a hot day, got off the roof, down in a Snapper, man, and I just had to stop drinking. I said, how the hell is this thing better than that thing tastes better than a regular apple, and it's red. And I drink apple cider, and I said, this shit is chemicals.
Right.
Because apple cider is brown.
Right.
You know, comes from an apple, and I was like, look, man, this shit is too uncanny. You have to watch. That's why I said you have to watch and care for what goes in your body.
Exactly.
Man. All of that shit is chemicals, man.
Because you control that.
John.
Just one more thing, Salaki. Elder Pastor said, bread and circuses phrase of bread, diet of entertainment, or political policies on which the masses are fed to keep them happy and docile. You know?
And that's what most of this food do.
Right.
Hey, fat.
Right. Because you can't think properly. Right.
Clone Tyrone.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's why most of the time you might, let's say you about to go to the kitchen. You go to the kitchen, you fucking forget.
Right.
But you done went to the kitchen. Bro.
Exactly. Because those chemicals, those bad fats and different things clog your brain. Those sugars, they clog the receptors between your brain and what you got to do. That's why you can't think straight. Ah, man.
All right. And the MSG, that's what that is. That
shit. Yeah, that was Satan.
And the shit, the MSG, monosodium glutamate. That's
Right.
exactly what it is. It's a brain altering. You can sprinkle that on dog shit. It makes it taste good because it interferes with your receptor. And Moab is the one that created that shit, man.
Yeah.
I got to appreciate that. Proverbs 12:5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit.
He was
Okay. It says Proverbs 12:5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceit.
Right. The counsels of the wicked are deceit, because they'll make it seem like it's good. That's why it says, what does it say in Psalms chapter 50? Is it? Or is that 55? The words of his mouth are smoother than butter. You know, and that's why it says, never trust thine enemy, because it says, if I'm not mistaken, don't it say that enemies speaking sweetly with sweet words or something along those lines? Why is that? Because they're not going to come at you with their true intentions. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you like a lamb, but really they're nothing but a fox, because they have an agenda and they know that it's easier to catch somebody with sweet words than it is to catch them with harsh words. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You know. Oh yeah. He had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke as a dragon. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So if somebody got that, bring that out, and whatever y'all brothers got. Yeah. Bring it out.
All right, this is Sirach, chapter 12. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It said, "Never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And though thou shalt be unto him as though thou hast wiped a looking glass."
Right. Don't let him out your sight. Don't trust him as far as you can throw him. You got it.
It said, and thou shalt know that his works have not altogether wiped away.
Right, because you could see it's the same pattern. He's the same devil. No matter how he tries to transfigure himself, he's the same damn devil. You got it.
That is within him is not upright.
Woo!
one thing about your soul is you can't change it. You might be able to change your body, you might be able to change your tactics, but the soul, whatever's in you, who you are, your essence, you can't change that, man.
Yeah, he destroys everything he touches, and he's in rulership. So he's pretty much destroying the earth. That's why the scriptures say, hey, we must destroy him that destroy the earth, man.
Right.
You know, because everything he touches, it turns into some wickedness. You know, they can't do any good. It's not in them to do good. Even the good that they think they're doing is evil. Oh, taste this. It tastes just like watermelon, don't it? But it's giving you cancer like a motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
It's a strain on your flesh. But don't it taste good?
Yeah, and then they make it affordable. You know?
Yeah. And then they put it in Jake neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Drop
it.
down to verse 16.
Remember, that's what they did with the C-19. Yeah. The Bible
Yeah.
said this is beneficial for you to take. People started dropping.
They was pulling to niggas like crazy.
Yep.
Free burger and fries, free chicken.
Free weed.
They
said free weed, man. I said, wow. It was probably in that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Free set. You know what? They said they was gonna start putting it in the food. We don't talk to them because they've been in.
Oh, God. This is
Now they giving you free myocardial infarction.
Yeah, man.
but drop down to Sirach 12 and 16. It said, this is Apostle Grumblab one guy. It said, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Right, and what's that pit? The New World Order system. That's that pit. He's trying to get you. Matter of fact, that goes hand in hand with Psalms 55. Whoever got that? Okay.
It says, he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Right, because at the end of the day, they even if they kill you, they ain't satisfied. This is why them devils, after they would lynch Jake, they would cut off body parts, they would burn them, and they would keep mutilating the body because they're not satisfied with blood. You know, that's why I said that they had not hated blood. So since you didn't hate blood, blood's going to pursue you. You know, that's why this place is going to be taken out by violence. And the extreme violence that the Most High gave them, the same blessing that the Lord gave them, is the same thing he's going to use to destroy them. You know, that's going to bring about their whole demise, their blood. And that's going to encompass from east coast to west coast, from north to south. And it's going to take this whole land of America, Babylon the Great, totally out. You know, it's going to be wiped out. Nothing that's on the soils of America, above ground or underground, is going to survive. You know, because the Lord said that if they go down into hell, which is the grave, which is down into the earth, his hand is going to take them. Because those missiles are going to go down there. You remember, the Most High, you got a missile, and then you got a missile with the Most High Spirit in it. So it's going to dig down into the ground and hit those places that they call it are impenetrable, but they're going to be penetrated.
You know what? Some of them bunkers, what they call them, they got missiles, some of them they call bunker busters.
Bunker busters, right. Yeah. What the Most High is the ultimate bunker buster.
That's right.
They also ate us too. You know, you see that the blood after they mutilate us. They ate us too.
That book,
The Delectable Negro.
Yeah, pretty sad.
I got another one.
He'll fold
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 26. The principal things of the whole use of man life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. All these are good to the godly, but this is Sirach 39 and 26. The principal thing of the whole use of man's life are water.
Water, you need water. You need water to live, right? Because he was drinking the shit. You know? Go ahead.
Fire.
Fire, you need what? Fire to go keep you warm, cook your food, you know?
Right.
Go ahead.
Iron and salt, flour of wheat.
And guess what? You can also trade with those things too, right? Flour, wheat, all right? Those are different commodities, right? Go ahead.
Honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil, and clothing. All good to the godly, so to the sinner, they are turned into evil.
Right, so he turned all those things to evil, just like, you know, we saw the GMO food. So he took all those things and he turned them upside down. He straight up corrupted it, man. You know, so now you got GMOs, man. Hey, you even got synthetic water that, what's that? I think it's essential. That's actually synthetic water. So he done found the way to make fake water, man. That shit ain't even water.
And then you got to pay for water.
Then you got to pay for it.
You're supposed to be able to drink water from the source.
That's right. And then the water that you do have that was good, he done
Tainted it.
chemicals all in
Yeah.
shit, you know?
He telling me he can't collect. It's a law that you can't even really collect water.
Yeah, but it's the land of the free, though.
But it's home of the slave.
Yeah, the land of the thief, like
Yeah.
you said earlier.
Land of the thief and home of the slave.
Yeah, good.
That was all I had.
Precept.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
This is book of Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. It says, woe to them that call good evil. It says, woe to them that call good. It's like, woe to them that call good and good evil. They put darkness for light and light for darkness.
Hey, can you start that over, Baba Kashan? Can you start that over from the top?
Isaiah 5 and 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Don't that sound like America?
Yep.
You know, America is the land of the unfruitful, man. They look at the biggest agenda they pushing now, the Mo agenda. Which there's no fruit that can come out of two men getting together or
No.
two women getting together.
Except for
It's
disease.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, Lord.
But that's what's being promoted on a high level. And you know what? That ain't nothing but another form of depop.
Yeah.
Population control. You know? Because they know ain't nothing coming out of that. It's just insatiable lust. You know? Go ahead.
Oh, that's it on that.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Bring it out.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from birth.
Beautiful. Oh, you got that. What version is that?
King James.
Sure? It said the wicked are estranged from the womb.
From the womb, Salaki.
All right, but no, you said birth is the same thing. The same thing. But I was like, damn, that's a bad version too. You got it, brother.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
Meaning
speaking lies.
they're already strange before they even born. You know, it's like the Jeremiah 13 says, can you do good that are accustomed to doing evil? You were born to do that. You were born to be the wicked. And there's nothing you could do. You got it?
That's it.
No, there's more. There's more to that. Bring the rest of that out. Read it from the top again. Read it from the top again. Yeah, 58. What the verse you read? Read that again. That verse again.
Okay.
Get all the meat off that bone.
This is Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Go ahead.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder. They stoppeth her ear.
Right.
They stoppeth her ear.
So the poison is injected into you like the poison of a serpent. And then when the poison of a serpent enters into you, it slowly but surely starts to coagulate your blood. So their poison right now is their philosophies, their agenda that they're pushing. You know, and that agenda that they're pushing will slowly, you know, cut off everything that's holy from you and the Most High. Just like the blood coagulates in a person, and what happens? They start to be strangled and they eventually die. So that's what's going to happen here. Elder Pastor put up the scripture in Revelation 17 and 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hands full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Because that cup is that serpent's venom. That once it enters into a person, it slowly starts to pull them away from the Most High. We're dealing with the Israelites here anyway, you know? The brother put in Psalm 64 and 5 in the NLT, they encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will notice, they ask. Right. And somebody get Job chapter 5, verse 12.
Job 5 and 12.
Yeah, and they're pushing that agenda through, they're pushing their agenda and this foul way of living through this whole philosophy that they're pushing out there, you know, of the alphabet people. It goes on to say, as they plot their crimes, they say we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and minds are cunning, but the Most High himself will shoot them with his arrow, suddenly striking them down. Right, that's the elder pastor said, that cup is not to see him. You know, that cup can lead to the see him, but it's not to see him. That's a totally different mind and hand thing from Revelation 13 to Revelation 17. There's two separate thoughts, because the cup is a representation of her philosophies, her ways, you know, the thoughts, the things that she believes in. You know, this is why the angel got mad at the Apostle John, because the Apostle John is one of the elect, but he admired her with great admiration. Like the scriptures say that they wondered after the beast. So they got mesmerized by the way of the beast. So at that time, the Apostle John was being seduced by this woman. And that's why the angel said, what the hell did you marvel for, man? I'm going to tell you the secret of the beast. You know, because since they got in power, they've been very deceptive, and they have put a seducing, alluring spirit out there that's drawing people after them. That's why it says that the world wondered after the beast. But then the Lord caused the elect to be disconnected from the matrix, you know, and have a different mindset. This is why the Apostle Paul said that we must be born again. Yahweh said we must be born again. The Apostle Paul said that we had to put up the old man and put on the new man. You know? Y'all got it?
Y'all got Job 5. I'm trying to start from the 10th verse.
Yeah, brother, whatever you want.
Job chapter 5, verse 10. Who giveth rain above the earth and sendeth water upon the fields, to set up the hides of those that are low, and those that which mourn above. Let me read that over. It says, to set up on high those that be low, that those may mourn, may be exalted to safety.
Those are the Israelites. That's why it said the meek shall inherit the earth. You got
Verse
it?
12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right, because their agenda is towards the poor. That's why it said there shall be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You got it?
It says, so that their hand cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the Lord is going to cause something to chop that enterprise down, from not so that the elect will not get affected by that, but eventually, once they put that system in place, that's when the Lord's going to rain down upon them the destruction. You know? There should be a little bit more on that. Right. But the first part of that is what? The revealing, which is by the mouth of his prophets. Then he'll destroy with the brightness of his coming. But that's going to come at his apex. That's going to come at noonday. This is going to be at Esau's noonday, when they're at their highest peak, which they're just really just about there. You know? You got it?
It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Right. You got it?
They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night.
Right.
But he saveth the poor from the sword, and their mouths from the hand of the mighty.
Right, because the Lord is not going to allow Esau is the Most High sword, but he's not going to allow that sword to touch the elect. That's why it said to set a mark upon the hearts or the minds of them that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Because these individuals here are part of the elect. They're exempted from the judgment to come, because they were already sealed before the world even began in their foreheads. So that's the Most High's mark. Esau's mark is something physical, which is going to be put into either people's brains or into their hands or any part of their body that's going to operate that same system. Whether they put it on in their chest, in their stomach, their hands, you know. But when the Apostle John saw it, he saw the people taking it in their hand their right hand and in their forehead. You know, and there's no coincidence why the whole system is going digital. You know, everything is going digital, touchless. Now you got people that scan their palm of their hands on their phones. Now the readers that are out there are getting used to people's palm prints.
Amazon they do it. There's a video with a white lady out there.
Yep.
She got all excited.
Right.
And shit, you know?
But you know what? That's going to cause the simpletons to look at that and want that technology. You know, I got to have that. Okay, yeah, you got to have that, but also you're going to have a missile up your ass too.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah, there's more than just that too. They got a grocery store you can ride through with a buggy. And
Right,
they put
Amazon
stuff
Go.
in the buggy.
I think it's Amazon Go.
Right. That's Amazon Go. They got cameras looking down at you, and they basically whatever they see you grab, they take it off of your cart.
Right, and let's say you have something and you put it back, it deducts it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's actually looked at as because Jake always is they already got them going off that. The new technology, every time they do the phone, and when you really realize it, every feature is just it's not really a feature, it's just something they make to make you want it.
Right.
You know, it's not different up. They'll make a phone simple. Oh, we got the new such. It folds.
All them phones do the same shit.
All the same shit.
You know, just some of them, they got little addition shit here and there.
Yes.
I'm not into all that shit. As long as I can make phone calls, go on the web, watch videos, you know, put on certain apps that I like, that's it.
That's it.
You know?
What I was gonna say is they got a store in Vegas. My wife just came back from Vegas. The whole store is digital. The whole store is digital. There's not even a cashier in there.
Right.
So everything is digital. So just going back to what you said, they really are preparing the minds of the people.
Oh yeah.
To get prepared for this.
Because this is called gradualism. It's gradually being introduced to the people so that when they do bring the system in place, people are not going to be all like, well, wait a minute, what's this all about? They're already going to know. And a lot of them are going to already be acclimated, that's a fancy word, acclimated to the system, and they're just going to transfer from what they were doing to this new way. You know? Yeah, that's why your phones now, you do what? You thumbprint, you know, they look at your facial recognition. You know, it's ready. They're ready.
Hey, don't forget about the people that was having the people that was having the select.
No, you got it, bro.
The people that was having the auto-tune implanted into their voice.
Yep.
So they can do auto-tune without an MPC or whatever.
Yeah.
They could just turn. They had the dial implanted in their arm, and then they had something implanted in their throat, so they can do auto-tune without having to have an MPC. You know? That's stupid, man.
He made the iPhone. He just did a video where he was talking on his hand to he was talking to his wife through his hand.
Well, remember that chick, the girl that was talking to her mother by her hand. And the mother was hearing her voice through the phone.
No, but they showed it again in that movie, when they remade the movie Total Recall.
Yeah, the second one.
He was talking on his hand.
Yeah. And then he cut his hand and pulled the thing out. You know, you ain't gonna be able to pull the phone out or the C-hip out in that day. You know? And even the phone had to agree with that. What y'all got? What y'all got? Yeah. You know, and like Elder Pastor said, I wouldn't want to test that theory. I don't want to test the theory of taking it so you can survive, but then when you see the missiles coming, taking it out and thinking that the Lord is gonna save you. Nah, man, it don't work like that. That's the same way that Jake was premeditating sins by putting sacrifices aside. That's what the Lord said. Look, you know, away with your offerings, your sacrifices. I don't want to hear that no more.
It's about faith. The scriptures say what? The judge shall live by faith.
That's it.
So the Lord, He gonna be testing our blood. Like the scripture, you should be tried.
Right.
You ain't being, you take it.
Right.
Your trial is over.
That's it.
That's your end date, man.
Yeah.
Brother put a beautiful video. I'm sorry. My brother put a beautiful video in the group about what's going on in China. Them being under that digital
System.
everything. It was to the point where you can't even open your cell phone without facial recognition if you don't have the see it.
Yeah.
So they already are totally up under that, man. Already over there, man. They already pushing.
Yeah, my job is upgraded to that. I don't even have to clock in, but you can walk in and the camera picks you up. Just face recognition.
Right, and it gives the time you got there and the time you leave. When you took your break.
Matter of fact, they controlling. They just told everybody they're going to control the brakes. Whenever you up front, basically it's just slavery.
Yeah.
Whenever you go up front to the bathroom, it times you how much time you use the bathroom.
Right.
If you're not back on the floor, it actually notifies your manager. And they can just call you. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fuck the hell out.
Hey, when that movie 1984, they had the total monitoring of everything, of everybody, even including your room.
Yep.
You know, you had no privacy whatsoever. They constantly watching you. And what did they do in there? The jobs that they had sitting at the desk, changing news clips, news articles, and then like they put up the chocolate ration was 30% already, right? 30 grams of chocolate, chocolate you could have to eat. Now, what he did was he took the thing off, he cut that out and put it in, and said that it was from 20 grams to 25 grams. It was an increase, but it was really 30 grams. So people said, did you read the news? You know, the chocolate ration went up from 20 to 25% or 25 grams. But no, they actually took 5% away, but made it seem like you were getting 5%. So they got your ass. You know, so it's total control and manipulation and control and total surveillance of everything. You know, that's what the whole Sea Monster was all about, shutting everything down, closing everybody up so that they can set up this 5G system all over the place so that they can have the system in place for this new digital world that they're bringing in.
I got something real quick. This is line back off what you said about Nate. You know what I'm saying? You take the sea hip and take it out. This is Proverbs 11:27. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him.
Right.
That's mischief. Who would even think about
Matter of fact,
something
somebody
like,
gets
I'm
Psalm
gonna get it,
7,
I'm gonna take it out. Man, that's you. saving
11
yourself
shall
on the
return
right
upon his own head.
No,
Psalm
like
7,
the brother said, like the elder
towards the
said,
end, they shall return upon
faith.
their own
The
head.
just shall live by faith. If we have faith that the Yahushua is going to deliver, because the scripture says so.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to take it out because it has something called biobond that is made with that bonds to your muscle tissue.
That's right.
You know,
I think it released a chemical.
to
take it out.
They were talking about it to release some cyanide or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
16. I got something.
But it might if if you try to take it out, it might just release something that'll kill you on the spot.
We got cyanide. That's
right.
Start at 11.
I got something real quick.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Psalm 17 and 10. It says they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly.
Right.
They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth.
Right.
So what's
They got surveillance, yeah.
You know, through their camera.
Yeah.
In Jeremiah it said that their city shall be what does it go about the leopard? Jeremiah, I believe it's 5. I'll get it real quick.
Yeah, because we want to see everything. Because look, these phones, they know your every step.
Right.
You got the cameras, you know.
Batman.
Perfect example, right? When you go out of town, you driving, right? Google will send your ass a goddamn a damn notification or damn email. It'd be like you traveled 10 hours to Connecticut.
And look, when you plug your phone to your car, it automatically tracks where you live at.
Yep.
The last address you stopped at. It'll automatically put your home address in as soon as you plug your phone into your car. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's another thing. And then what he was talking about when they shut the place down, they put sensors. Your car already has a tracking device in it. If your car has a GPS and that GPS is attached to your name on that vehicle, they have a tracking device on you. They have monitors that they put in the streets to where if you pass by a certain area, they'll know exactly where you at, man.
Right. It says a leopard shall watch over their cities.
Yeah. I remember when we went up top, you had the Mitsubishi Endeavor.
Yeah.
And we went up top. As soon as we crossed over the Washington Bridge, it said, "Welcome to Washington, Paul." It said his name. Whoever the car is registered in, it said, "Welcome to Washington."
Yeah, I remember
Well,
that.
remember Minority Report when he took that Moabite's eye or that Ammonite's eyes and he walked in that place and he said, "Good afternoon, Mr. Takamoto," or whatever his name was. Hey, Elder Pastor said y'all are cooking a real mean stew. And shalom to any apostles, bishops, elders, brothers out there, and a few sisters. Shalom to y'all.
Where you started at, all the way until you get to your destination with your iPhone. You can share your location. So that just shows it even on the lower level.
Right.
You want to just say, hey, I'm going to Vegas. I want you to track me the whole way. Okay, I'm gonna share my location for those amount of hours that you can track every little spot I stopped at, everything.
Right. So they know what you like to eat, where you like to stop. How many?
Stopped over at this gas station.
Right. What you get at the gas? Do you get the premium? Do you get the cheap stuff?
You ever seen that show? What's the name of this? Black Lightning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Black Lightning.
Remember when they took him, and when they took him to the place, they had everything that he liked, his food, favorite food, his favorite.
It's been a long time since I saw it. So.
But they had everything he liked in the prison, man. And he was like, man, I can't believe how they know I paid the wine and such and such. But
they know. Hey, that's why they want you to pay for everything with your card.
Yeah.
So they can keep a track of everything.
Yeah.
Then they'll send you, because some of them places you get, you think, okay, I'm gonna get a coupon for this, or I'm gonna get 10% off if I use, if I apply for the store card or whatever. But that's all tracking you. And then they'll send you stuff through your email, so such and such or whatever you like, coffee, teas or whatever. They send it to you. Why? Because they got a digital footprint of what you've done and where you work, your whole life history. And that's what they want. That's what the charagma is all about.
That's right.
You got the device, which is the micro C hip.
Yep.
You have the delivery system, which is the thing to inject, which is the Karax. And then you have the records that are written within that little device, which is the grapho. These are the writings, the records that are in there. It's your whole life story. And that's what they want. They want to control everybody. Like the Most High don't have to come down, send the angel down and tell them to get a dossier on each one of us or anybody in the world. They already got it. They already know each individual person, each individual soul. That's what the scriptures say. Don't think that I'm one out of so many souls out here and the Lord's going to forget. No, the Lord ain't going to forget nothing. He got everybody already, marked and everybody's dossier and all of that, And that's what Esau's trying to do. I will be like the Most High.
also, I wanted to say the Lord don't know the hairs on our head.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, I want to bring out, they showed that if you brothers watch that documentary, Social Dilemma, where they was using those algorithms. They was following like what you don't like through social media, and that's why sometimes you'll be thinking something and pop up on because they tracking your likes and dislikes. They tracking everybody.
Right.
Everybody got a social media page. You're pretty much becoming a programmed robot.
Right.
Even when you're sitting amongst people and you say, you know what, I want some jerk chicken. You look up on your phone and you get on social media, all of a sudden you see jerk chicken places all on your timeline.
Yeah.
So even when you pop up your Google, now they show you jerk chicken through your Google.
Yep.
Right? So this is serious. Like,
This is real. It's real.
This seriously happening, man.
Yeah.
And if you're not in the mindset of watching, you don't even see it.
Right.
People are dumbed down to the situation at hand.
Yeah, the apostle said, like Alice Jones said, they want total control. Total control. And that's the interview he had with Aaron Russo. They want total control. And what is the ultimate form of control? Being able to track everything and control everything that you do. And that's why they want to put the micro C hip in everybody. That's the ultimate goal for the planet, for all peoples on the planet.
Only initiated all the things that we just basically named. That might seem beneficial because he's pushing his world to also go to convenience.
Right.
Toll roads was a scene of convenience. Well, it was really to pay off what's the name, Blake. He kept it in for convenience. Oh, you don't want to wait an hour and a half in this traffic, then take the toll road. It's going to cut your time into down to 30 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
just by a little payment.
And that started out as being just a one-time thing, and they just left it. They just left it there.
Well, that goes back to the when you went through the King's Highway, they would charge you like a fee to go, back in the medieval times. That's where all that toll stuff came from, but they brought it up to date. It says, yep, that as the apostle said, the movie Enemy of the State is all about tracking you. And they put different devices, your pens and your phones and, different shit on you to that can track you wherever you go. Yes.
And that's why they want. If they can track everything that you own, your phone, your vehicle, and all of that. But what if you decided to walk off and leave all of that, your phone and everything at home? They can't track you. So you're the only thing that they can't track. So So now they want to work that into the system. They want to work you into the system.
Oh yeah.
And what was it, Rabbi Finkelstein? He said, they look at us as goyim. You know what I'm saying? And what do they do to cattle? They use the awl and they brand them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that branding tells who the owner is.
That's it.
So they want to do this thing to say, we own you. You are slaves. You belong to us.
Yeah.
And we belong to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So that's why we got to take a stand.
Yeah.
When this thing presents itself against us and trust in the Lord.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, beginning in verse 11, and it reads, Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
So don't think for 1 second that we're more angry than the Most High is. The Lord want to take this devil out, but he's subject to his word.
Verse 12, and it reads, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He hath bent his bow and made it ready.
Yeah, so the Lord is ready for this devil. They doing their thing, and the Most High is waiting right there for him to make that move. It's just like an expert boxer fighting an amateur that's getting ready to throw a punch at him, and he sees a punch already coming. He's just waiting for him to throw that punch so he can counter his ass.
Yeah, like you said in Creed, checkmate.
Checkmate, that's it. Checkmate, blah.
Saw his weakness.
Verse 13, and it reads, he hath also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors.
Right, because they are the persecutors, but the Lord has already ordained their destruction.
I'm holding it. Lord still shall strike him through. I'm holding it.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that whole chapter is bad.
I'm gonna get that real quick. This is Job chapter. But it's the scripture saying the wicked shall fall in their own snare.
This is what we're reading right now.
So
that's it. That's the spirit.
He already, he gonna step in his own pile of shit, man.
That's it. He done set the trap, but then as he's trying to come back, and then where the hell did I put that trap? Boom, he gonna step right in it. You got it, bro?
Yeah. This is Job chapter 20. It says. In Job chapter 20, verse 23, it says that when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast down the fury of his wrath upon him. He shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, what's to fill his belly when he think he done completely set up his new world order, man?
Yeah.
That's when the Lord, Yahweh Shai, the angels gonna come back,
Yeah, because it said, according to his substance shall the restitution be. You're looking for reparations here. His what he's got to pay back is going to be far greater, because there's no way that he's going to be able to pay all this shit off.
That's right.
Ever. No amount of money could ever repay for all of the deaths and the thefts, I wasn't trying to rhyme either, that occurred on this land and all throughout.
He shall, and that's just on what he did on this land.
And that's only what's recorded.
That's only what's recorded, right?
Because we don't know what the things that he's done and the deaths and the heinous shit that he's done that ain't even recorded, that nobody knows about but Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
The things that he's doing in secret, like administering certain drugs to people that come in for illnesses that are test drugs, like mainly like a lot of these veterans. A lot of these war veterans, they're test dummies. But they caught on to it. A lot of them caught on to it.
Really, this dude is just having his way right now. Right?
Oh yeah.
He's just having his way.
He's a demonic robot that's just on a rampage. But he's about to get put down. You know, he's about to get put down. Oh yeah. Was that it, bro?
Verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of the steel shall strike him through.
Because first part of him coming down is revelation. Second part is judgment. The revelation comes by way of the prophets revealing who he is, what he's doing. The judgment comes by way of the missiles. That's the fire. You got it.
It is drawn that cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of the gown, out of his gown.
Right. The glittering sword. What's that? That's those missiles coming out of the gall.
Silos.
Yeah, that's just going to be coming out. And people could talk all the shit they want, but once they hear the news, what news you talking about, man? When they hear the news of the missiles flying, that's it.
That's it. Right.
You know, hey, the movie The Day After, back in 1983, brought great horror to people, and that was just a movie. But that movie showed a little glimpse into the reality of nuclear war.
Yeah. War, you talking about War Games?
Yeah, no, that the movie The Day After.
The day after. Okay,
You know,
okay.
back in 1983. You know, now even Einstein said, I don't know what war or what weapons World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV shall be fought with sticks and stones, because they understood about their new atomic, hydrogen bomb, and nuclear age. You know?
Drive the world into basically utter chaos.
Right.
That's why he says sticks and stones.
Yeah, it's going to bring it back to the Stone Age, which is heavy, because the kingdom of heaven ain't going to have all this technology like this, but it's going to be greater technology, but it's not going to be harmful to the planet. Right. Yeah. Hey, well, that's why I said that when this world goes down, we look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yeah.
You know, total different vibration.
It's more like the movie Avatar.
Right.
No,
Yep.
Avatar,
Yep.
Everything was spirit. The ground, like, you know, we always.
Everything was
that
connected.
example.
Yeah.
That dude got through there. He had a flame and shit. The lady was like, hey, look, you know, you don't need that. And the ground illuminated as soon as it calmed down. The ground illuminated itself. The water was illuminated.
Yeah.
Everything was way better, man.
That's it.
But the scripture says, "What the saints shall take the kingdom."
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Lord gonna put the spirit on the saints to raise up and beat Esau into powder.
Yeah.
You know, we're on the threshing. Hey, we're gonna meet this devil on the threshing floor.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
That's
we're
right.
gonna get our hands. The Lord, our righteous on. We're gonna get our hands on.
Yeah.
Hand of my people Judah.
That's it. You know, hey, that's what the Lord's going to rouse everything up. What else? You had any more on that out? That was it? Okay, you back to...
Back to Psalms chapter 7, verse 14, and it reads, Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood.
Right, because they travail with... They actually put all this stuff into motion, and now it's coming to pass.
Yeah.
You know? Now their baby is about to be born, which is a new world order.
That's right.
But that baby, when it's born, is going to bring about their destruction, their demise. It's like a woman, right? It's like a woman, right? When she's about to give birth, and then she goes through all that pain, and when the baby's born, it's stillborn. The baby's dead, you know, or the baby's born, but she dies, you know? So once this baby of Esau is born, that's when they die. That's when they come down, so to speak.
It's like in that movie Oppenheimer.
The whole concept of the New World Order.
Oh yeah. The Lord's gonna put a kibosh on that. You were gonna say something?
You know what I'm saying? In that movie Oppenheimer, when they created it, the creator of Oppenheimer, he started having nightmares.
Yeah.
That bomb being used on them.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you talking about the creator of the new?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was spiritual, because we was actually watching it last night.
Yeah.
He said that. And I was saying, man, it was spiritual, how, because the Germans was like, they were trying to get him to go to Germany and do it. I was like, man, that's spiritual, because he had to create that bomb here in America, because that's what prophecy, he had to fulfill prophecy. It wasn't made for Germany for them to create the bomb over there. But the whole movie was spiritual, and everything that's happening in America is all spiritual.
Yeah. But the thought process of making the bomb came from Germans,
Yeah.
which are teaming. the wise men of Teman in the scriptures. You know, but it had to be made here. Like you were saying that last night, right?
Yeah, I said that last night.
It had to be made here, right? Because this is the place where the destruction was going to be brought into. You know, and this is why America, Babylon the Great, was the first one to drop any major bombs from the air. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know, all those different experiments they were experimenting with. You know, it wasn't the Russians, wasn't the Germans, it wasn't any of those 7 heads, you know. Not saying that the Russians are one of the 7, because they're not. Just to put that out as this disclaimer. But it came from America.
Right.
You know, and it's heavy because the very same thing that they have for their protection is what's going to bring their destruction. The second movie of the Planet of the Apes in the series, which was Beneath the Planet of the Apes, what was the main thing they were worshiping? The missile. And it had at the bottom of both of the fins, it had trident, which are the 3 prongs at the bottom holding the missile up. One side had Alpha, the other side had Omega, the beginning and the end. So that beginning of that missile is going to bring their end. And at the end of their destruction, that's when Yahushua is coming. That's the ultimate Alpha and Omega.
Let's go.
You know?
I got something real quick. Oh yeah. Let me grab it. This is Psalm 37 and 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay the such as be of upright conversation.
Right, because their whole thing, as it speaks about in Wisdom of Solomon, I think that's the 2nd or 3rd chapter, that they want to destroy the elect of the Lord, the ones that believe in the Lord. They ain't worried about Jake out here, because Jake out here is already under the spell of the devil. They got them. They're worried about us.
That's right.
And men like us, all throughout the planet, that the Lord has woken up with this truth. That's who they're afraid of. They ain't afraid of Jake out here. They got Jake. They done cloned all these Jakes, all these big Shirleys and these Keishas and all of the rest of the other tribes. They cloned Tyrone. They cloned Jorge. You know, they got him, but they worried about the men of the Lord. That's why I said that their great fear fell upon them. Great fear didn't fall upon them because they see Jake out here on the corners, they pants sagging, killing each other.
That's right.
They happy about that. Jake acting a fool in the movies and comedy and all that. They happy about that. They worried about this right here, what we're teaching right here. This is the main threat to the New World Order. You know?
This is the point right here. It says, their sword shall enter into their own heart.
Boom. That's it.
And their bow shall be broken.
Right. Because the same power that they have is the Lord's going to break that power. Because they puffing at the nations. Why? Because they got the missile. They got the most powerful weapon on the planet. But these nations got them too.
That's right.
You know? But the Lord's going to break their ass.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
This is Isaiah 59 and 19.
Beautiful.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
That's these troops. Go ahead.
The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him.
That's going to be some type of spiritual intervention that the Lord's going to cause to destroy this devil once he makes his move. Just like he's going to cause a spiritual intervention to happen when the famine comes, when they have people in a position to where they have to receive the MOTB. The elect miraculously are going to be able to eat. This is why they're shutting everything down, buying up all these different farmlands.
That's right.
Making it harder and harder for people to get jobs. Because they're pushing people into a corner to accept this new system, the digital system of the digital all, the MOTB, the micro C-HIP, whatever you want to call it. You know? Oh, who you got more on that? That was it, right?
20. And the Redeemer shall come from Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob.
That's the elect. That's that 19th verse. That right there, that the Lord shall set up a standard against them. That right there belongs to the elect, because the Lord gave it to them. When, you know, Revelation 3:10. You know, because you have kept the word of my patience, I also will keep you from the hour of temptation that's going to come upon all the world to try them. So the world's going to get caught in it, but the elect will not, of the nation of Israel. That's it.
said, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's it.
The Lord should come like a thief in the night.
That's it.
So everybody, they don't get caught by the thief, man.
Right. The only ones that's not going to get caught by the thief are the elect, because they're watching. They have their lamps and they're full of oil, watching and looking and seeing and hoping and praying and bringing supplication to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that he destroy this place and bring in the new world, which is the kingdom of heaven.
Watching it's not day or night until the Lord is established into the earth.
That's right. Day or night. That's why there's constant videos going on. There's constant camps going on all 24 hours a day, because you have brothers in America. When we're awake doing the lessons, brothers over the other side of the earth might be sleeping. While we're sleeping over here, they're awake doing the work over there. So all over the planet, the word is going out. Constantly, you know? That was it, right? You got more on that in Psalm 7?
Yeah. Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 15, and it reads, "He made a pit and digged it, and it is fallen into the ditch which he made."
That is the New World Order. He made that pit, he digged it, but that's what's going to be his demise.
Verse 16, "His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate."
Right. His violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate, upon his head. Now, it says, "Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall not rise at all." Again, it's not going to rise ever again once it goes down.
That's right.
So y'all got it.
Read what you said.
That's it. Bring it out.
This is Obadiah 1 and 15. "For the day of the Lord is upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head."
You got it.
That's right. So all the things that you have done is going to come right back on you, man. All right. Your reward's going to return upon your own head. So the things that you have done to the nation of Israel, to bring the nation of Israel down, is going to happen unto you, man.
Oh, well, and double.
Revelation. That's what's up here.
Yeah,
Got to
captivity.
shall go into captivity. That's right.
And that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Here's the patience and the faith of
They
the
that
saints.
value, somebody grab those. They that value shall be devoured. You know. So those things, all the things Esau done upon the earth, he gonna get that double, man. You know. And really, that's his worst nightmare, man. And really, most of these Edomites, man, that's their worst fear, man.
Yeah.
That Jacob's gonna do them in, man.
Yeah.
You know, which is true. You know.
That was actually a quote from me. I was trying to find that. He actually said that was our worst. That's our biggest fear, man. Black man come back and
Hey, scriptures say what? We gonna break you with a rod of iron, man. You know.
Did somebody get Jeremiah 30 and 16?
So how is everybody gonna be equal in the kingdom of heaven? How is Esau, how is Moab, and all these other nations gonna make it the kingdom of heaven? So how can Christians fucking explain that? How can Vocab Malone explain that? You know?
Vocab Malone, he on here online.
He was on here earlier.
How can you explain that, Vocab? You know?
He was on here
The Bible
earlier
speaks
talking.
about people going into slavery.
Yeah.
See, the Spirit sought
You
you
know?
out.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna be one of them. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, the Spirit sought him out.
This Revelation 13 and 9. "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth to captivity shall go into captivity.
Boom.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword."
That's a classic scripture right there.
Oh yeah.
Classic scripture, you know?
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, what's captivity? Slavery, man. Right. All right. Somebody got to play the role of the slave.
That's
in
it.
the kingdom. All right. You're gonna have servants, man.
Yeah, you put your hands on the servants of the Lord, the Israelites, you're gonna be dealt with. We weren't supposed to go into slavery. We the holy people, and then we went in slavery. So now, are you gonna be excluded from that? No. You're gonna go into slavery now, and you're gonna gulp it every day, huh?
Yeah. And I'm gonna hand me some fun.
Except for the Sabbath.
Hand me some fun.
Y'all got it.
They're gonna be asking, "Where's the Sabbath? Where's the Sabbath?"
Con.
Yeah, I'm gonna make your ass fast on the Sabbath. You monkeys, you devils.
Hey, ain't no law against that.
This is
We're gonna afflict your soul.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 16, it says, and he that stood with a man and selling him,
Because the devil turned up.
he that stood with a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand,
We haven't left, man. All right? And then we on the land of our brothers, all right? The Issachars, the Native Americans, all right? You on their land. You know?
Yeah.
And the scriptures say what? Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark. You know?
Hey, this devil done dug over graves.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
he done built houses on top of burial grounds.
So shit can only stack so high, man.
Yeah.
You know, when the scriptures say what? Their sins are what? Reaching to the heavens.
I'm holding it.
You know?
Bring it out.
So it's only, hey, the Lord's about to bring judgment upon these devils. Go ahead, man.
it says, he shall surely be put to death.
Yeah, he should surely be put to death, man. You know? So it's gonna be death upon you Edomites and you Moabites and you Ammonites. You know? Hey, justice is gonna be served. You know? Justice is gonna be served, man. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. It says, for their sins have reached unto the heavens, Yahweh have remembered her iniquities.
Hey, hold on. Did the scripture say him that touches what? The apple of his eye, man. You know? So you ain't just touching us, it's like touching the Most High, man. You know? Now you gotta pay. You know?
Yeah.
Now you gotta pay, man. You know? Go ahead, man.
This is verse 6. It says, reward her as she hath rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled.
And everybody know the history, how you got this land, man. How Judah came over here. You know? How you took this land from Gad, man. Everybody know the history. You know? That's why the scripture speaks about shameful spewing, man. You know? That's a mass history you can't cover up, man. You know? It's a mass history you can't cover up, man. You know?
Yep.
Got that precept.
Go ahead.
Back in verse 6 it says, in the cup which she hath
And
filled.
that's why the judgment is going to be epic, man, you know? Right? Hey, that's why, look, that's why with that incident in, what's that, in fucking Alabama? Right? Jake, hey, really, Jake was celebrating. Jake been waiting to get their hands on you, man.
Hey,
You know?
You know what? And that's deep rooted, man. That's deep rooted, man.
Because first, no, I'm about to say it is, man. Because that's that hatred between Jacob and Esau, man. You know? Niggas, hey, what's his name? Martin Luther King made that speech. We all come together. No, man. That ain't what the Bible says. All right? The scripture says good. There's going to be enmity. Enmity between the woman and the woman seed and the serpent seed. You know? Showing you that nigga was off, man.
Yeah,
You know?
man. Why would you want to make people peace and hold hands with people that fucking hate you, man? You idiot.
Though hand join hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
You know, he kind of recanted that shit though, because he knew, he kind of was like, yeah, well, you know, I think I led my people to burn the house, because he knew that it was bullshit.
Well, that's what they got his ass.
Yeah, when he started talking about them finances, he was like, oh, get rid of this, man, because people would have listened. They would be like, if he had been telling them, look, man, we're going to get our money right, fuck all this together and shit. They have to get rid of his ass,
Yeah,
man.
because that nigga had already profited off that bag
Yeah.
they gave him. You know?
They said never bite the hand that feeds you.
Hey, but that fight, the elder mentioned that fight, man. You can tell that fight, man. That was some deep rooted dude. Hey, chick was on the ground. Dude had that chair. He was bopping their ass, man. He was tearing their ass up, man. Yeah.
Because the chair is going fuck me.
Yeah, man.
The precept of the elder Paul. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Done. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and 10. It says, therefore fear thou not. It says, therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, For lo, I will save.
So he ain't say old Moab, old Edom. He's talking to Israel, man. You know? Go ahead.
He said, I will save thee from afar,
That's not the elect.
and thy seed from the land of their captivity.
These dudes, man, they try to hold on to that Gentile thing, man. That's right. You know what the hell that means, man. You know? They try to hold on to that. You know? You don't hear?
It said, and thy
You know,
seed.
you can hold on to it, all you still going into slavery.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
And thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Yeah, vocab. When is this going to take place? That's right. When is that going to take place, man? This is a future event, man. When is that going to take place? According to the Bible, right? Or according to these dudes, right? That should already happen, right? You know? Only look. If the Messiah haven't came back, those not the real Israelites, man.
That's right.
You know? Right? Those not the real Israelites. Somebody got to be lying.
All right, cool. Got it.
Go ahead. It says the Lord said He gonna save us with a mighty stretched out hand. You know, just like what he did in Egypt. You niggas got on planes and fucking went to the land, man. That's right.
Right. The Lord said He's gonna bring back His people in style.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, He's going. The chariots are gonna bring Israel back over there. You know. There ain't gonna be no fucking, no airplane or no passport, none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, this deliverance that's coming is gonna be spectacular, more than anybody has ever seen or witnessed it ever in their life. You know, they've seen the chariots, they're starting to see them more, but they've never seen the Israelites being beamed up, by the tons, by the thousands going up into that chariot. They ain't seen that.
Nike had a commercial right during the pandemic.
Right.
You had those shoes.
Yep.
Their legs.
Yeah.
Yep, it's only us.
That's right. And Nike means victory. And there's those that get the victory. And then it was, I think it was one of the Latin tribes, right? It was one of the Latin tribes that was, the dude was one of the Latin tribes, right? That got beamed up. Well, they know the difference. And who did they offer the jab to? So-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native American Indians. Oh, y'all can skip to the front of the line. This will be the new modern smallpox blankets for y'all. You can have mine.
They actually they scrubbed that video with Biden saying that. We had to get it to the tribes first, and then
you can't find that no more?
I can't find it no more. I had it, they deleted it, and then it was the Microsoft guy and his wife sat down and said the same thing.
Gil Bates.
You know what? Well, they just straight up targeted Jake because when it first came out, there was an article that came out. They said the only people that actually wasn't getting sick, they said Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know how we say it, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's how they put it. In the article, I was like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Even Biden, when Jake didn't get, when Jake got it next to him, Biden was like, "Are you okay? How you feel?" He's making sure he was cool.
Yeah.
He's like, why would he do that if he already got it? He should have been, "Are you cool?" Then he's like, "Are you okay? Are you straight?"
Yeah. And those people that they show getting it, that was nothing but a placebo. And they're on the camera getting it, that's nothing but a placebo. So, he's all right.
Or the needle retracted.
Yeah. Retract the needle, yep. As they do in the movies.
On verse 11, it said, "For I am with thee, said the Lord Yahweh, to save thee,
The elect.
though I make a full end of all
Yeah,
nations."
the scripture say what? My elective is Israel, man. So how the hell you get all the other nations out of this, man?
Right, and then why do you have to make up something called replacement theology, supersessionism, to remove the Israelites out of the picture, just to insert yourself in? Because they know it's infallible proof that only Israel shall be delivered.
Right. It says, "For I am with thee, said the Lord Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee."
Why? Because there's a remnant.
Yes.
It's supposed to be delivered.
Right. It said, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right.
For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of the cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Basically,
I got you, bro. I got you.
Jake, man. That's why the scripture says in the book of Lamentations, somebody can get that. It says the Lord was like an enemy unto you. You know, because why? Because your iniquities is increased. All right? Because what? We were serving other gods. We were serving other idols, man. You can read that in the book of Judges, man. You know? Jake was going off. It says what? Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. You know? So the Lord had to what? He had to correct this, man. All right?
Give us a spanking.
Give us a spanking, man. You know, that's why what when the kingdom of heaven gets you in, the elect is going to appreciate. All right, you don't appreciate nothing that's given it. All right, you only appreciate for something that you work for. All right. Yeah.
It says, for thine affliction, thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
And who devours us, man? The other nations. Sorry, when Esau Edom went down, man. It talks about in the book of Isaiah how the dogs lick the swords, how these other businesses prophesy, Jake, man. That's devouring us, man. All right? It says, well, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So guess what? The people that's on the bottom, the people that's on top is going to do a whole 180.
And another thing, they
That is first shall be last shall be first.
Right.
Go ahead.
no, I was going to say they steal all of our inventions. Everything that they profit off our creativity. Everything that's making this society run properly was invented by an Israelite, but they don't get no credit for it.
Yep. They steal it, then they patent it. It's as though they own, man.
Yep. Well, just like the man, the Jake that created the air conditioner. You know, he created the air conditioner. He went to sell his product to the so-called white man. The white man took it and put a patent on it, like you said. And then what did he do next? He since he found out the game, he went and created the air conditioner for the car. And he got the patent off of it. So he actually smartened up and got paid for it. Right. But they stole that first invention.
Right.
You know?
The devil comes not but to kill, steal, and destroy, man. That's why I'm just saying the one guy who fits those attributes, man.
Right.
You know? That's one nigga that fits those attributes, man.
That's why the scripture says there's none to plead thy cause.
Why? Because he do it to the extreme. Well, look at Hawaii. Look at Hawaii. You know?
They ain't fighting over blocks.
Right.
They ain't fighting over little piece of turf. No, they fighting over the world.
Right.
You know, they plan on conquering the world because they have a ruling class mentality. They don't have a slave class mentality, fighting over a little spot on a block somewhere. You know?
These people are playing checkers while Esau's playing Monopoly.
Back in Jeremiah 30, and verse 16, it said, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
Every one of them. Go ahead.
And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Hey, that guy's name was Frederick McKinley. Frederick McKinley. That's the guy that invented the air conditioner, man. You know, and he's a Jake. You can see clearly when you look at the pictures. You can see clearly that's an Israelite.
Yeah, bring it a little closer right there. Yep.
What's up?
You know, they see it. So like I'm gonna brighten the screen up.
Verse 17, it said, for I will restore health unto thee.
Right, what is that health? It's talking about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Go ahead.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord. Yahweh.
Make us whole again.
Yep.
You won't have diabetes. You'll be in your right state of
Yep.
mind.
Have those new bodies.
Yeah, those new bodies, you know.
That's beautiful. Hey, on the games you play, man, you have to study, go over and restore your health, man. And your power goes back up.
Yeah, there ain't gonna be none of that. Like they show you these movies. We were watching The Flash a couple of weeks ago, and they show you Superwoman or some of them fighting and shit. Then all of a sudden they just worn down after the fight. Ain't gonna be none of that. So you ain't gonna have to eat spinach to get your power back up.
I said they should run and not get weary.
Oh, see? You know, ain't gonna be none of that.
Brother did a video on that.
Yeah, that is Flash.
You know? They shall be as God.
Yes. Hey, well, they said that the feeble among them shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the angel of the Lord. Yeah.
Iron shall break. The Lord shall make my hands to the
Yep.
Lord.
Oh, yeah. And that was back then. So imagine when the Lord changes us and gives us those new bodies. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. And they shall walk.
They shall mount up as eagles. Right? They can be able to fly, man. That's right. They shall what?
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint.
So the Lord's going to put us on a whole nother different level, man. You know? Go ahead.
Okay.
This is
This is back in Jeremiah 30, verse 17. It said, "For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord Yahweh. Because they call thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after."
Beautiful. Yeah. We're going to go from outcast to well known. I will bring them praise and fame in the land where they will put to shame.
Hey, we had read in the video me and Pops did. He said in the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it says the poor man is honored in his skill. He that is honored, that is honorable in the poor, how much more in his riches?
That's
You
it.
know? So when Jake is honored now, when Jake, you know, so we're basically trendsetters. You know,
Right.
everything trendsetting. You know, Jake basically gets the credit for it. But how much more will we get in our riches?
We'll look at Jake in different arenas. You know?
Yeah.
Whether it's UFC, boxing, NBA, NFL, all that's Jake. In the Northern Kingdom, they done just took over baseball.
Yeah,
The
let's
Northern
go.
Kingdom just totally took over.
Let's
baseball,
go.
man.
And they rumbling in the UFC too,
in the UFC.
and boxing too.
Now we're
Hey.
doing all this in our part. We're doing all this in our weaker state. How much more when we get the world?
Yeah.
When we get the kingdom of heaven?
He that is faithful in least shall be faithful in much.
Yeah, hey, it was brought out by all of the designers, man. And you see those prints, man, Louis Vuitton, all of those designers got all that stuff from Jake in Africa, man. Yep. All those top designers, they took and got that stuff from them. You know, and then came back here and then reprinted. Even Versace's the little we got all that from Jake, man. You know, capitalized on it, man. Hey, the scripture says, man, the world was made for our sakes, man.
I think Jake drawn to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And if the world be made for our sakes, why do not we own a possession with the world? Because it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, answer that, Malone.
All right. Back in Jeremiah 30, verse 18. It said, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tent, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city,
just like he did in Egypt. You know, when Egypt was getting fucked up, what Jacob's plan was where Jake was at, and when Egypt we were straight. You know. Go ahead.
it said, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof.
Right. So we're gonna have the heathens ruling with us. Ain't no heathens gonna be ruling over no Israelites.
Right.
You got it?
It said, and out of them shall precede thanksgiving.
These are future prophecies. Yeah. These are future prophecies. Future prophecies. All right.
It said, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be.
A little one shall become 1,000. That's right. So Jacob's going to multiply.
So it's gonna be sex in the kingdom.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Sex in the kingdom. There's a lot of them.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
GMSINDIANAPOLIS gonna bring many lives.
That's right. It said, their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me,
Plenteous.
and I will punish all that oppress them.
That's it. That goes hand in hand with Isaiah the 60th chapter.
Also, Maccabees, it says, who hasn't had an
You got it. You had it.
That's beautiful.
Come on, bring it out. Precept that. Precept that.
I think it's Maccabees.
2 and 10.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, somebody speak. Somebody say something.
Yeah,
There you go.
So yeah, basically that's why it says all of them that oppressed them. And the book you get in is Maccabees because that's gonna prove that what all the nations oppressed us, man. Because basically that's just nailed it all down. You know, ain't no other nation say, well, I didn't have any. No,
right.
they gave all, hey, them that oppressed us, them that devoured us, them that they did everything evil to Israelites upon this planet Earth. You're gonna get that done back to you.
You won't get Jeffy.
Even Jaffa,
Yeah.
his insignificant ass.
All of them.
All of them, man.
Insignificant.
all you other nations are going into slavery, whether you like it or not, man. That's why the scripture says what if they refuse to drink the cup, we shall take it and force them.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you know, because what it was the time we wasn't even supposed to drink the cup, but we surely drunk of it. How much more you?
That's it.
You know, and you heathens.
You gonna go it every day, huh?
Yep.
This is first
That's why
Maccabees.
Paul said, man, that first day of the kingdom, man, it's the day to be sought after.
Yep.
All right.
This is first Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
That's what nation hasn't had a part in the kingdom, you know? All you nations, 17 nations was 18. So 17 if you exclude the Israelites, right?
No.
So you 17 nations. Which one of you didn't have a part of our kingdom, man? The answer is none. All of you.
Right. And what's one of the final things that Yahweh Shai said? And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You got it.
And gotten of her spoils.
Yeah. Gotten of her spoils, man. Yeah. Now you Edomites, y'all especially, because y'all have an emblem showing that y'all taking the spoils out of our land, called the Arch of Titus, man. All right, that the missions put up, which was the final son of Vespasian. He actually put up an arch representing, showing that the what was it, Romans? Yeah. Romans taking, looting.
Yeah.
Israel and taking our menorah, taking all our goodly pleasures, y'all taking out of it and giving it to yourselves, man. Yeah. So that's an invaluable proof.
Yeah, and that was used to fund the Colosseum, the building of the Colosseum.
Yeah. Like Psalms 83 even it says all the nations. Y'all, who sits at? It's no Jakes at the council.
That's right.
At the UN, man. All them nations that took over us, man. The scripture says that, man.
Yeah, and even
where
them
you get that from, vocab?
And them so-called Latin tribes that are there, they work. If they are actually Latin tribes or Jake tribes, they working for Esau. They pushing Esau's agenda because that UN is what? United Nations pushing the New World Order.
Yeah, that's right. That's starting with Amalek.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right.
They got another arc right around the corner.
Yeah, sure do.
Memorial. That's right. I mean, Monument Circle.
That's right.
Them taking this land from Gad and Jay.
Yeah. See, I say that's another thing. You monument everything, every wickedness that you do, you monument it, man. So how can you not stand? How can you sit and try to say you're not guilty?
Yeah. You're guilty in every charge.
Guilty as charged.
All right, with that, we hope this lesson was edifying for the body. Once again, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem,
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom. To the elect. The elect.
Shalom to you, sincere brothers and sisters on the comment board.